A warm greeting. Today is Friday, September 22, 2023. This is the meteorologist Ruben Garcia. In this video, I will be talking specifically about the forecast for what is now Tropical Storm Ophelia, which is located very close to areas of eastern and southern North Carolina. This cyclone has sustained maximum winds of 70 miles per hour, so it's close to becoming a Category 1 hurricane. Over the next 48 hours, it will move over some eastern states of the United States. Briefly, I wanted to mention that during the night, I will be recording a video to discuss Invest 90, which continues to organize in the tropical Atlantic. Models have good consensus that it will turn north-northwest before reaching the Caribbean region. It is very likely that this disturbance will become Tropical Storm Philippe and then a hurricane as it moves over open waters of the Atlantic. Let's now take a look at the satellite image of the southeastern region of the United States, where we can clearly see the circulation and cloudiness associated with Tropical Storm Ophelia. It is quite close to the southern part of North Carolina. In fact, some tropical storm force winds are already impacting some regions of North Carolina, Virginia, and Maryland. Tropical Storm Ophelia is associated with a non-tropical low-pressure system that, as it moved north-northwest, acquired some tropical characteristics. And although it continues to be a hybrid system, it meets the minimum requirements for the National Hurricane Center to classify this cyclone as a tropical storm. During today, we have seen it strengthen a bit more than forecasted. This is because it has been moving slowly over sea surface temperatures ranging from 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, associated with the Gulf Stream, which runs parallel to the east coast of the United States. This slow movement over such warm waters was an important factor in creating convection over the circulation center and achieving a transition to a tropical system. Not only that, but we have also seen faster strengthening than anticipated. Some hurricane watches have been issued for coastal areas of North Carolina in case it strengthens a bit more before making landfall. In the Doppler radar image of North Carolina, we can see the circulation of Tropical Storm Ophelia, which is already near the coast. Also, notice the outer bands affecting much of eastern North Carolina. This rain will continue over the next few days and may create some flooding issues across the states of North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, and eastern Pennsylvania. The official forecast from the National Hurricane Center projects that it will make landfall in North Carolina during the early hours of Saturday. Note that the extent of tropical storm force winds extends for hundreds of miles from the center, which means that some tropical storm force winds are currently affecting the eastern half of North Carolina. This is why a tropical storm warning remains in effect for eastern and coastal regions of North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. The official track from the National Hurricane Center predicts that it will maintain a north-northwestward movement and, during Saturday afternoon, reach areas in the south and east of Virginia. As it weakens and moves over Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. Speaking of the expected effects in these states, you can see that over the next 24 to 36 hours, there will be quite a bit of rainfall affecting the eastern and northeastern United States, especially in eastern North Carolina, Virginia, parts of Maryland, and Delaware. Additionally, the winds blowing in from the Atlantic can cause erosion and coastal flooding issues. Notice that Ophelia has a fairly large circulation, so the rain will be felt across much of the northeastern states, from Connecticut to North Carolina. By Sunday, the center of circulation should be located over Maryland and Delaware. Rain is expected to continue for regions in central eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and parts of southeastern New York. In terms of wind, you can see that the extent of tropical storm force winds will also affect this area, especially coastal areas with gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour that can cause some minor damage and power outages. In terms of rainfall totals, between 2 to 8 inches of rain are forecast for these regions, with some isolated areas receiving up to 12 inches of rain. There is also a risk of flooding due to the rain. In terms of the risk to life and property, there is a high risk along the coasts of North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware, and a moderate risk across eastern North Carolina, Virginia, and parts of southern Delaware and Maryland. If you live in this area, exercise caution, especially due to flooding from the rain and storm surge. The strong winds, particularly affecting coastal regions, will cause power outages in some areas along the eastern coast of the United States. Keep this in mind when completing your preparations. The winds from the Atlantic will cause storm surge along the coast, from the New York area to regions of North Carolina. Maximum storm surge may reach 3 to 6 feet, especially in eastern North Carolina and Virginia, with other areas experiencing 1 to 3 feet of surge. This storm surge will affect the area from tonight, Friday, into Saturday night. If you live along the coast in flood-prone areas, consider this when finalizing your preparations. Well, That's all for the forecast related to Tropical Storm Ophelia. Here at Hurricane Info, we hope it doesn't cause major inconveniences across the eastern and northeastern United States. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss other videos during hurricane season. Until the next video, and may you all have an excellent weekend.